Yo, back like we never left, or I never left. I'm a single person, not like a single person. I'm married, but you know, I am one individual person. So, you know, back like I never left. All right, let's do that again. Hey, yo, what up, guys? In today's video, I'm gonna tell you guys about my #1 fat loss tip, okay? Yo, it's really quite simple. It is not a secret, okay? And you might have noticed this in all of my other videos, my shorts, my reels, on Instagram, whatever, right? And yo, peep this. This is my living room. There's a little bit of clutter over here, but this is all like tools, right? Tools and toys and materials. Maybe toys was a weird word. I'm not gonna use that. All right, but yes, as you can see, the living room does not have a sofa or a TV, okay? So originally, I was gonna spin it this way where I say, yes, my #1 fat loss tip is to have a space for movement, a personal space for movement in your own home, right? And you know, I thought about it for about 5 minutes and then I'm like, no, that's not true at all. Because I have lived in homes where I've had both a space for movement and a traditional living room setup, okay? And the time where I had the traditional living room setup was when I was not at my leanest. You know, I didn't have visible abs, you know, still very muscular, but no visible abs. And yeah, carrying a lot of water weight at that time, right? And you know, when you carry a lot of water weight as a professional athlete, a professional dancer, you can feel it in your movement quality, right? So I felt it in my movement quality as a professional athlete, as a professional breaker. And yo, honestly, the difference is just giving up that living room setup, that traditional living room setup, right? And I'm gonna tell you why. Let's say I moved into a bigger place and you know, I had room for both, right? Now the problem is that when you have room for both, right? You give yourself choices every single day. And when you give yourself choices, human nature will always have you gravitate towards the lazy thing to do, the path of least resistance, right? So if I had a living room setup, couch right here, TV right there, I'd be sitting, playing on PS5, playing on a Nintendo Switch, whatever the fuck I play, you know what I mean? I actually don't own PS5, thank God. Yo, I used to play Destiny and I was hooked on that shit. Anyways, yes, yo, I'm no stranger to being a gamer. And sometimes, you know, you don't want to actually get up and move, right? But with this setup, or this lack of a setup, right? The freedom of an empty space. I have a place to train. And when you train more, guess what? You're gonna lose body fat. More activity is always gonna result in more muscle mass and less body fat. You don't even have to be a fucking scientist or a doctor or registered whatever in your fucking country to know that if you move more, you will be healthier, right? And when you're sitting on a couch, watching the game, okay, and playing games and watching movies all day, entertaining yourself, you're just sitting there, not moving. But you're still gonna get hungry, okay? And when you do that, you're gonna accumulate fat. So how do you do that? Best fat loss tip that I have for you guys, get rid of your sofa, get rid of your coffee table, TV setup, whatever, okay? And make a space for movement, okay? Replace that living room space for a space for movement. Because if you ain't moving, you ain't living. Now, let's talk about some pitfalls, right? Or let's talk about the negative side of this kind of a setup, okay? Yo, I'm a married man. I got kids, you know what I mean? And if I'm married, you know what that means? It means I have in-laws. Yes, I have in-laws. And you know what? Sometimes it's really hard for my wife, who is, you know, not as crazy as I am, not as disciplined as I am, to, you know, deal with this space all the time, right? But in her defense, she was the one who told us to give up the sofa so I could stop running off to the gym or a practice spot, not from home, right? And instead, I can just practice here and be with her more, right? And yo, I love that. But there are times when she's like, yo, I really want to invite my mom and dad over, and, you know, I want to invite my sisters over and their kids and have all the kids play together and shit. And yo, I just had a C4 and I'm turning red, guys. I gotta wrap this up real quick so I can get training, right? But the point is that, yeah, it might be hard to invite people over because, you know, they might not have a comfortable space or a comfortable place to sit, right? But honestly, yo, you know what we should do? We should be encouraging people. Did you hear that crack? That was embarrassing. Let's do that again. All right. Yo, we should be encouraging people to chill on the floor, man. Yo, chill on that floor, okay? And I'm not just saying that because I'm a breaker and I have a great relationship with the floor, right? But what I'm saying is that when you set up your space in a way where it requires people to sit on the ground and get back up, guess what? Yo, you get them moving too, okay? So don't not invite them over. If they don't want to come over, that's on them at that point, right? And if that's on them at that point, it's all good, okay? Because yo, you gotta live. If they come over for an hour, a couple hours, once a month or something like that, twice a month, max, you know what I mean? And then you spend the rest of your month, that time, just being a couch potato, yo, you sacrificing your own best version of yourself to be a people pleaser. And honestly, you know, it might sound a little selfish to say, but I think everyone needs to be the best version of themselves, even if it means, you know, making some sacrifices, if you can even call it that. When you're the best version of yourself, you know it's not a sacrifice, you know it's a better way to be. And when you know it's a better way to be, you can have more conviction and you can talk about stuff like this confidently, just like I am right now. So yeah, man, you wanna lose fat? Get rid of the sofa. Fuck that shit, okay? Yo, leave your thoughts down below. If you agree with me, disagree with me, if I inspired you to trash that, whatever sofa you got in the background, yo, let me know. And let me know what other types of topics, videos, and tutorials that I can make for you. Because, yo, I'm going all in, baby, all in. Subscribe if you feel the vibe. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Peace. Also, quick note, my kids love the open space. Yo, my son be playing soccer here, my daughter be flipping around, dancing. Actually, she don't know how to flip, but you know, she runs around and she plays, right? Anyways, peace.